Don't be victimized by hate crime. Abuse is spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical. I have been victimized by hate crime for the last, I want to say, 4 to 5 years, but this last part of abuse is detrimental. It's mainly intentional emotional distress caused upon me, and it's unfair, it's not right, it's unnecessary evil. And it's October 2022, and I stand in truth, and I'm Elizabeth Browner, and I stand for righteousness, and I need justice. I have filed over 20 plus reports on all my apprehenders with evidence and with hate crime stated, proven, shown. If you have been victimized by hate crime, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline and keep applying pressure. Stop families from being victimized. It could be you or your family just like it's mine. So stand in truth.
You may dial it at any time. Please listen carefully as the menu choices have recently changed. For information about an individual inmate or the detention facility and its policies, press 1. If you would like a deputy to be dispatched to your location or need to make a report, press 2. For the Barrow County Sheriff's Office Investigation Division, press 3. If you would like to obtain a copy of an accident or incident report, press 4. To speak with Sheriff Judd Smith, press 5. To speak with Colonel Mike Ham, press 6. For a supervisor in the Uniform Patrol Division, press 7. To inquire about civil papers, press 8. To speak with Sergeant Spalding concerning the Barrow County Sheriff's Office Sex Offender Registry, press 9. For all other information, press 0. I did not get your response in time. Please try again. Please wait while I transfer your call.
How can I help you?
Hey, can you transfer me to the person's crime unit?
Yeah, 1 second.
Investigations.
Hey, how are you? I really don't know who I need to speak to, but I know, like, okay, involving this unit is over like hate crime, like domestic violence and stuff like that, right? Okay, so I've made like I'm in Athens, but the apprehender is in Winder, and like it says for me to make a report about it. I've made like over 20 reports, and they were supposed to touch base back with me. Okay, it says that all of my police reports they've been approved, but they haven't made contact. Like I called the district attorney's office in Clark County, and I talked to her about my case or whatever, but I don't understand why the second step is for the person that I'm saying is causing domestic violence against me and my family hasn't been confronted, or because that's the second step, right? Especially with a hate crime, and especially with like pictures of.
Have you filed reports here?
I mean, I'm not there though, but so I'm just calling to see like what I need to do. I don't have a way there to file a police report. I can't do it online.
So where have the reports been filed?
In Clark County, but I filed like over 20, and like I literally have filed over 20. So is there a way that I could do it online?
If you filed the reports in Clark County, what does Barrow County have to do with it?
Because the person stays in Barrow County.
Okay.
And
the report in Clark County, that's who would be handling the cases, not Barrow.
So how do I get a case? Like, how do I get y'all to look into it if y'all are there firsthand? And like, if this is going on, like, and it's been going on and on and on and on, and like kids are involved and it's just going on. And I even have screenshots where other people are saying like this lady's selling her 14-year-old for drugs, and then I have her saying, F you nigger, that's a hate crime. Like,
okay, so where is this occurring at in Barrow?
On 122nd Street, apartment 23. I think it's the flats now. Okay. Physical abuse. Physical abuse is when they're using physical force or inflict bodily harm. It often is not always causing physical discomfort, pain, or injury. It may include the willful deprived of essential services, emotional abuse, using tactics such as harassment, insults, intimidation, isolation, or threats that cause mental or emotional distress. It diminishes the person's sense of identity, dignity, and self-worth. Sexual abuse, any kind of sexual behavior directed towards an at-risk adult without the person's full knowledge and consent. Yes, a spouse, partner, family member, or other trusted person can perpetrate sexual abuse. Yes. Financial abuse, improperly or illegally using a person's resources for the benefit of another person, for example, using a power of attorney to gain access or using their monthly check. Neglect occurs when a caregiver or a person refuses or fails to provide essential water, shelter, medical care to the degree that it harms or threatens the other person or disabled person. Self-neglect, failing to perform essential self-care such as depriving oneself of necessities, consciously putting oneself in harm's way, or being unable to handle needs of a day-to-day living because of medical, mental health, other disabilities. Self-neglect is still a crime. If you are at risk and you might be a victim of abuse, contact somebody, anybody. Pushing, striking, slapping, pinching, beating, burning, hitting with hand, ruffling, handling something or someone, intentionally injuring, bruises, burns, broken bones, or pain, injuries not consistent with medical diagnosis or explanation, forcing someone to remain somewhere, forcing someone to remain into locking them in. Emotional abuse is threatening someone with violence, verbal abuse, insults, harassment, name calling, intimidating, isolating from friends, family, or activities. Yes, ignoring or excessively criticizing, giving the silent treatment. Yes, making derogatory or slanderous statements. Yes, repeatedly raising the issue of death. Whew. Any non-consensual sexual contact, inappropriate touching, forced viewing of sexually explicit material, sexual assault or rape, sexual harassment. Yes, sexual abuse. Neglects. Ignoring, leaving someone alone for a long time, unsanitary living conditions, lack of clothing or improper clothing, extreme dirtiness, decayed teeth, or lack of needed for falsity, bed sores or rashes. Ooh. It is against the Georgia Law Code Section 30-5-8 for alleged victims who are apprehended by anybody in the community, anybody you know. Make reports if you believe that they're being abused, neglected, or exploited. By law, following are mandated reporters of abuse, neglect, and exploitation. It is to be reported to Adult Protective Service and to law enforcement, which I've already done. It says if the person has malicious acts, it can immune an investigation from any civil, criminal, and they will be liable for it. For Atlanta, the number is 404-657-5250. Outside of Atlanta, which would be the number I'm about to call, 1-866-552-4464. Your report is confidential. The law protects anyone from a lawsuit who reports abuse. Yes. I've reported it, so no slander can I get. Yes.